One night a friend and I were looking to get fucked up, but we were just about broke. I stopped at a gas station to get some chapstick because I'd been doing some crank and my lips were dry as hell. While I was in there I saw a package that said Dramamine and I remembered hearing something about tripping off of it, but there were only 12 in a package, so we went to Walmart and got a big bottle of it for like $3, so we got back to my house and each took 18 pills. I don't remember exactly how long, it was probably an hour, and I saw smoke coming out of the wall. It was pretty cool, but then later on we were out in the front yard with all these people that really weren't there. My mom got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and my friend was in the bathroom holding a towel talking to the wall. Meanwhile I was out in the yard talking to some of my friends I thought were there. My friend thought he had to take these kids home, so he left. I was going to go with him but there was no room. So I was by myself sitting in my car and two guys I'd never seen before were sitting in there with me. When I got up and went in the house for a minute, I came back and one of them was in the driver's seat. These were some scary looking motherfuckers, and they were going to steal my car, so I woke my parents up at 4:30 saying someone was stealing my car, and my dad got up and ran out there. The door was open and the car was running, but there was no one around, so I made my parents stay up with me. I could hear them outside talking and I was like, "Do you hear that?" They said, "Hear what?" "The guys are out there," I said. They said there's no one out there, but I wouldn't believe them because I saw them and talked to them, they seemed so real. When I tried to go to bed, this was around 5:30 is what my dad said. I laid down and looked over and one of the guys that was in the car popped his head up from the side of the bed and said, "Give me the fucking keys." I was like, "Ah." My dad came in and looked around, but there was no one there. Finally I went to sleep, but that's not the end of it. The next morning I woke up and Mom said my friend's mom had called and wanted to know if I made it home last night. She said yes. She wanted to talk to me but I was still asleep. She told my mom that she had to pick my friend up and he had no memory of what happened. Anyway, when he had left to go take those people home, he ended up at this house he thought was his aunt's and there was a party going on. This unfortunately was not the case, as it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was an old man's house just down the road. The man came outside and was yelling at him, and for some reason he got in the man's car. All the people were still with him, he thought. The guy called the cops and they came out and he ran. Of course they caught him because he didn't go very far and he just laid down. He thought they couldn't see him even though they had flashlights right on him. They asked him a bunch of questions like, "Have you taken any LSD tonight?" He said he didn't know what happened, and they asked him what time it was. He said 10:30–11. They were like, "No, it's 5:30 in the morning, son." They released him to his mom and suggested he get drug tested. Cops always have good ideas like that. On the way home he was trying to eat the dashboard in his mom's car, and he thought I was driving. They couldn't find what he had been doing and he insisted he didn't know what happened so he didn't get in any trouble. Good thing the car was full of imaginary people or I would have been with him. It all came out okay and I think it was a good experience, but I'll never do that shit again.